Good afternoon, everyone. This is Gene Symes, Operation Find for Effect. I'm the national chairman for this grassroots organization. And it is a grassroots organization. I belong to several national organizations, and I'm proud of everything that I belong to. But I find it much more inspiring when I can dedicate an organization to an issues and a direction that can focus on what I believe in and what a lot of veterans believe in, because sometimes it's overlooked in some cases by VSOs and national organizations and so on. We pride ourselves in serving this country. When we come home, we hope that those that recognize that we went to war can understand that we fought as one. And the word fought as one is a military term that we use a lot. And that fought as one is what we have to do now with this virus. This is not a political issue. If you look at it as a political issue, then what you're doing, you're handing everybody a shovel and say, dig your own hole, because that's the way it is. We have to get away from that. This package that has been put together for our nation to help those that are out of work, help those that are small business people, and help those that are large businesses, corporations. I believe in them. Why? Because without them, we can't work. How did they develop? Just like the small businesses. Just like mom and pop that was selling donuts out there. Just like mom and pop that was taking and selling their newspapers out on a block. Those individuals that wanted to be editors, wanted to be writers, wanted to write for newspapers. And they developed something. They became big. So for those Democrat politicians that think that large corporations are getting big bucks, well, without those big bucks, we wouldn't be working. And stop and think about it. You politicians out there that are working, you're getting $175,000 or $174,000 a year while this virus is going on and there's nobody working. And you're at home. If you catch a virus or you have to be quarantined, you're getting paid with all the benefits in the world. But I'm not complaining about that. See, I don't want to point those fingers. I don't want to point those fingers to the individuals that are Democrats and think that only their party is doing the right thing, because it's not about that. It's about being bipartisan. I get in that position too sometimes, so I'm not going to lie to you, because I don't like what's going on. It's a lot of hatred. Do I put that out too? I show it by my actions sometimes, And I wonder, why do I do it sometimes? Well, because I can't stand these issues that are just negative. I have to fight that. I have a certain combat ingredients in me, a combat image, something that means that I have to fight for what I believe. And I believe there's a lot of negative going out there. There's a lot of people passing words that where it was created, this virus, it was in the United States, it was this and it was that. And you know what? Paranoia is going to be the thing that's going to kill us all. Not the virus. Paranoia. We have to fight this, but we can't do it by ourselves. We got to fight together. There's three commanders: God Almighty and the President of the United States, the commander of this nation. He works with God, and we have to try and work with the president. Whether you like it or not, it doesn't matter to me. He's my president. I voted for him. I have a national organization, okay? I support issues that I believe. You don't dictate to me, the government, who do I support? I support Tunnels Tower. I support the Shriners Organization for Children. Because in those children's, there are veterans that need help for their children to help them along. In the same way the president's doing for us. You know? So when you say that you put a package together, Mitch McConnell, he didn't say it was only the Republicans. He said bipartisan. We work together. Okay? But when it comes early the next day that it was approved, becomes Nancy Pelosi, we as Democrats did this. Why can't you just say we're working as bipartisan individuals? What does it matter what party is playing this game? Because we have people out there in Facebook that writes, I hate this guy. I hate the way he does. Well, you know what? Look at yourself in the mirror and see who you really hate. Okay? You probably hate yourself so much that you have to blame somebody. I spent my time in Vietnam several times. I was wounded. And when I need to get some help, I work as one, not as an individual. You forget about the first responders, the guys that serve our country, that fight for our country, those police officers, those agencies, law enforcement, ambulance, those that drive those ambulances, the hospitals. Those are all first responders too. Grocery stores, you buy your groceries. That little Betsy Ross goes and says, hey, Mom, I want a candy bar. Betsy Ross, how's that? Those individuals are all first responders. The schools, the churches, your town halls. Those are all first responders. But, you know, we forget it. We forget really who they are so quickly. And as we're working today, we have a lot of time to think because we're doing what is right. We're staying 3 foot apart, 6 foot apart. We're trying to do the what is there for us to do, what the president has suggested, so we can combat this. You know? We don't work by ourselves. We work as one. All of you out there that has a complaint, look at it. Look in the mirror. We are working as one. We can make this disappear if we do exactly what we're supposed to do. Now the president say, you have to go to work, or we're going to open it up for Easter. Everybody's going to get back to work before Easter. Everybody's going to go to church. He says he would like to see it. You know, if the media can't get this straight, how'd you get a job? It's bad enough that I'm not as intelligent as you are. But you know what? I have enough common sense to see that you keep messing it up, whether you're on the left or the right. Okay, we all make mistakes, so correct yourself. Quote the president what he says, not what you want him to think you said. Okay? You don't do it to those that are running for president, those 2 candidates that are left. You know, Mr. Magoo and Wally the Walrus. You don't do that to them. Quit hating. Let's stand as one. Let's fight this virus and get it over with. We have another fight to do next year. Those malaria pills, those vaccines, we got to get that stuff. We got to get that medicine out to all of us, and we can't do it by fighting. So absorb whatever is being given to us with gratitude. The president has done his best, and he's continued doing his best, and the vice president. Take time. Write something good on Facebook. Say something good about the president. If you haven't got nothing good to say, don't put it out there, because you're being put in that same class as representatives that hate the president. They can't stand him because they're not smart enough to understand. You don't have to be that type. Stand as one today and continue doing that. And remember what happened yesterday so it won't happen tomorrow. Remember how to treat each other today so we don't do what we were doing yesterday. Okay? Stand together today and tomorrow. I wanted to make sure that you understood that. I know I made a mistake in my quote there. But let's stand together today. So tomorrow, our grandmothers and grandfathers and children, and we all can live a little longer. How's that? I thank you so much. I thank you as a Marine, as a father, grandfather. I thank you very much. I thank everybody that has that ability to stand and say, what can I do? Call a neighbor up. Call a friend up and see how they're doing. You know, just because I'm a national organization and I don't go out to work, I'm always trying to help veterans, and I always get calls. And if I don't have the answer again, I'll call somebody to help, because we're not all that smart. And if you think you're a genius, well, if you are, then let's get rid of this virus. Thank you so much. And don't make this virus a political issue. Let's just take and walk together as one to make it go away. Thank you again. Semper Fi.